Good evening, everyone. It is I, Sharon, the soul alchemist. How are you? Have you been? How's life? How was the week? How is the holiday, if you're on holiday? What have you been doing? Yasu Orania. Happy New Year. I just find the weather so hot. I had to have a quick shower before this. It's so hot. So how are you? How is everyone? Tell me. You have a nice week. Today I've decided to change my location in the house. So nice backdrop. So that's what we're doing. So today we're going to talk about gratitude. Tell me about what you're grateful for. Hi, Emily. Thank you. Hello, glass of bubble. It's so funny. This week I had one of my viewers, and for you as well. Tell me how you are. Just write a little word. And she came with her family to do aura photography. And I'm like, okay, so what's your code name? Wranglers, that's what it is. So she came. And it was so funny and it was so fun. So I always love to meet you guys in person and to see how things are and what they are. Here is some sage and Palo Santo for you. So we're talking today about gratitude. What does gratitude mean for you? Why are you stunned, Emily? What is it? It is just so humid tonight. I can't even get it. Is it hot where you are? Where are you at? Some of you are at 𝗚𝗵𝗿, some of you are not. So just increase that flowing wind here. Let's see if I can catch it. I do. Good instincts. So, tell me a little bit how you are, what is happening, and what are we doing today? So today, I'm not sure how long will the session be, just because that I'm more listening. You're not in Brunswick Head. Stop it. It's my favorite beach ever. My friends have Yaman in Malam. Oh, I want to be there. Can I do the broadcast from there, from Brunswick Head? I would love to. So yes. So basically, what are you grateful for? What are you happy for? What are you enjoying your life about? I didn't even write anything. I just wrote a couple of words. But what happens when you are not in gratitude? You will be in what? You will be in worry. And when you are in worry, it doesn't help you, does it? When you worry about things, your adrenals are high and your fight, flight, freeze is high. It's on. And your whole body shuts down, and it can affect your thyroid, it can affect your nails, your hair, it can affect your digestion, it can affect your heartbeat and all of that. And basically, when we are allowing ourselves to connect through gratitude, the whole energy is changing. The whole energy is changing into softness, into flowing. Okay, and this is what we need to look at. Now, when you are in the flow, hi Carrie, send a quick text to Auntie to watch. When you are in gratitude, when you are in this positive energy of joy, you attract everything. So a lot of people do at this time of the year vision board, manifesting, thinking, being, dreaming. The simple way to do it is really focus and be clear on what you want and what you are and what is it that really you want to have in your life. So you need to support your energy. You need to support who you are and what you are. So I'm grateful. Today I picked up a pair of glasses. Today I picked up like my sunnies and my driving glasses. I don't really wear glasses just for distance. Sometimes I have people coming to me, oh, Sharon, and I'm like, I don't fully recognize them because I don't really see them. So maybe I do need glasses, I guess, just for the little details. Otherwise, it's not a problem at all. Right? So what shall we do in order to appreciate it? So one of the habits that I took upon myself is when I wake up and when I go to sleep, I reflect. I close my eyes and I have, you know, a couple of minutes of observing and feeling and doing. 𝗁𝗵𝗁𝗂. And we are watching, doing, being, and we are reflecting on what was the day like and what is it going to be. And once that we are connecting and seeing, okay, look how much I have achieved. It was very interesting. I met this week an old friend, videographer, Amit, a friend of mine, and we watched this clip that he did for me in 2016, 2017, and 2018. And that was one of the first times, that was when my book was published. And then it was when I took the first time the stand in the Mind, Body, Spirit, which was very, when you are, Emily, I'm reading what you're writing and it's like full on, wait. How much things has shifted from then, even from 2 years ago, even from a year ago, even from a few months ago. So have you ever stopped and seen, like, you know, when you have kids or pets or as such, you realize not by yourself because you live life, right? But you're realizing by their growth, by their ages, by their action, how many things has actually shifted. How many things has shifted and moved, and then you just acknowledge them and you're saying, wow. Because how many of you bash yourself? How many are saying it's not good enough, it's not this, I still need to do this. And yes, you still need to do everything that you need to do. There is no contradiction here. However, when you're actually then doing what you need to do, that's the only time that you can measure it. That's the only time that you can hold and say, oh yes, I remember. Like seriously, seeing that video, it was a few minutes, it's on my YouTube channel, by the way. I don't know if any of you are subscribing to my YouTube channel. It's Sharon Tal, the Soul Alchemist. You're welcome to subscribe. There's so many meditations there. There's so many free clips, free information, ocean of knowledge that I love sharing with you, yet it's there as well. And I've done a lot. What have you done that you're grateful for? What have you achieved? What have you felt? What have you... And achieving does not have to be financial. Achieving can be, I've overcame stress. I've overcame depression. I've overcame anxiety. Some people have postnatal depression. Some people are being sacked from their jobs and then they need to go and find a new job. Do you know what I mean? So what is it that you have overcame in order to assess it now and say, wow. Like I'm looking where I am now at home and it's like, wow, this time a year ago, we took the first hammer to chisel and to break everything. And now I can show you very quickly. It's wow. I love it. I decided not to do that today there. I wanted to do it from here, the night sky. Do you know what I mean? It's like, wow. The floor is done. The ceiling is done. The lights are done. Simple things, elementary, right? So it's not necessarily, what have you achieved in the financial world? What have you done? No. What have you achieved emotionally? What have you achieved spiritually? You have overcame fear. Perfect. What kind of fear? Fear of what? Do you know what I mean? And this is where you need to look at the things to make you connect in a different way to yourself. And once that you're connecting through your heart, through your soul, you're invincible, right? So please write to me What have you overcome? What have you achieved? You know, how many blessings can you count? Despite the shite, despite the stress. I texted before a client and we had a little chat, and one of their friend is progressing. She was in a coma. She's progressing. How amazing is that? Right? And this is where you need to really look at the little things. You haven't drank, Joe, that's amazing. And you still don't. And you lost your mom. Do you know what I mean? Old programming about money. Perfect. This is all we need to shift and move. What about belief system? What about the thought patterns, right? What is the trust that you're looking at? Because remember, Psalm 23, even if I walk in the valley of death, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not fear. You know, so you walked away, Michelle, from a job after nearly 20 years. Boom. And was it the right thing to do for you? Was it the right energy to do for you? And this is what you need to look at. And if it was, go for it. Blessings. If you were abused for 20 years, what's the point? This week I heard of someone who's in a relationship and her partner is saying, I need time, I need space, I need time, I need space. So what are you doing together? And this is me, Miss Bluntaholics. I am blunt. I am asking, what are you doing about it? It's your call. You can stay in bad relationship, in bad job, in bad energy, in bad friendships. What do you receive? What do you give? It needs to be balanced. Okay? If you're going to a job that you're not being appreciated, yeah, sure, you're getting paid. Well, you look at it as a potentially as a spiritual practice. Okay? It's a spiritual practice. What am I doing? Am I staying at this work, for the bread and butter? So then you can detach emotionally. Like, depends what is the job, of course. I cannot detach emotionally. Each and every one of you is in my heart, is in my soul. Yes, when I complete, I sage and it's completed. But I'm still thinking about people all the time. Unless when I go and read my book, or when I go and write my book, or when I go and just listen to music or chill out, or when I do reflection. Does that make sense? How much of your time you're actually shifting, drifting away, giving away? Are you comfortable in your own company? You should. You can talk to yourself. You can talk, if you have an animal, you talk to that. You read, you write, you chill out, you watch TV or not, you work the garden or not, you exercise or not. You have so many things that you can do. You don't need people. You might want to be with people, but don't need them. As soon as you need them, it becomes codependency. Okay? I don't want you to have codependency in anyone. I want you to be strong, supported, encouraged to do everything by yourself. As soon as you don't need them, they will come. As soon as you're strong, think of your best relationships in life, whether it's friendships, whether it's lovers, whether it's jobs. I can reassure you that only when you were in your top, in your best, in the most bubbling, that's when they come. If you're going to get a job or to do something when you're down, it's not going to be the ultimate job. If you're just entering the relationship because it's comfort, I don't know how many of you have been in a relationship in order to leave the house. I can tell you there are so many weddings just to leave the house because they can't leave the house without actually being married. Any of you like this? Is there anyone else who had to do it or did it or still in it, but hopefully love the people that you live with? And this is part of it. To be grateful as well of what you're doing, on how you're doing, of where it is, And this is where your connection becomes. So let us break some thought patterns. Let us break some belief systems. Okay? So what are some of the belief systems? I need to be in a certain way just to be successful or to be accounted successful. I need to do a certain job. I need to live a certain life. I need to earn a certain money. I need to be emotionally in a certain way. This is all BS. You don't need it. You can choose to aim for it. Okay? You can choose to aim for it. But once that you are doing it, it's just in the flow. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions? Hi, 𝗵𝗵𝗁𝗂𝗃. So, does that make sense? And do you have any questions? Someone contact San Pellegrino, tell them that I sponsor. So, what is it that you do or don't do that makes you forget how lucky you are? When you realize how lucky you are, you manifest life. You energize it, you do it, you are glowing and flowing. Okay? And this is where we need to open up all your energy. So are you ready to open your energy? Can you see what attachment do you have that stops you? What are you whinging about? What are you unhappy about? Write to me. What are you unhappy about? What are you whinging about? Can you write to me, please? What is it? I'm waiting to read. Do it. And sometimes, even if you don't have a job, not that I'm encouraging it at all, because I love what I do, even to do it at 9 o'clock at night or 9:20, you need to really realize what is your passion in life. Okay? So what is it that you are whinging about? Come on, write to me. What are you whinging about? What aren't you happy about? And let's move it. I'm going to show you a way to move it. Life is sweet, Amin. You're very lucky and blessed. Good. Because what happens when you whinge and moan? You're amplifying it. And when you're amplifying it, you're making it real. Okay? I speak sometimes to someone and she's like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, it's unhappy. Oh. The conversation starts with an O. Okay? So when you're looking at it, what is it? Insecurity. Unhappy about my sister's overreach into my life. Okay? So what are the boundaries, Claire? How do you actually put boundaries? Your mother-in-law talking to you. Go to the toilet, 𝗪𝗫𝗁. Go to the toilet. Just move. They won't talk to you there. You're happy for your life. But how long, were you unhappy for your life? Until you took the action. Financial insecurity. How much do you actually need? Glass of bubbles. How many do you actually need? How much money do you need? How much support do you need? How much energy life is consuming? So there are facts that you need to know. I need X amount of money, I need X amount, and that goes for calories as well. That goes for everything. This is the energetic law, okay? This is the energetic law that when you are allowing yourself to flow and when you're having an equal, balanced exchange of energy, life will be invincible, okay? So what is it? So I remember when I quit smoking at far out, 22 or 23, right? And I remember I've gained a lot of weight. And when I finally took it, sadly it came with a divorce, first divorce. And basically I went to the gym, and the guy was the head of the sport university in Israel. And he said to me, Sharon, he actually did it with chocolate. Wait, I have here chocolate for guests. I don't eat chocolate, but let me do it this way. Oh, this is not an ad for anything. But he said, you eat chocolate, you burn the chocolate, it's gone. You eat and you don't burn, it goes down. Now, how simple is that? No, tell me, how simple is that? What you eat, you need to burn. And then it's out. If you haven't burnt it, it goes down. And more and more and more. I'm not a magician. I would have done more, but I'm not. Okay? So how much are you actually balancing the energy? How much are you balancing what you're entering? So let's say if you had, and that's why I'm saying, like, if you want to have a drink, have the drink, but burn it, release it. Not unless you're trying to shed weight, because then it's a whole different ketosis and burning fat process, okay? I'm more than happy, if you're interested, I can do a little lecture about this as well. So basically what it is, if you're putting a lot in a relationship and they don't, what happens? You gave too much, you're tired, you're exhausted. You need to lift each other. You need to support each other. If one just supports and the other one is a burden, it's not going to hold. If one just being a burden while the other one, it's not going to work. You are not getting what you need. And that is at work. But each one of them, you need to be clear, and listen to this. You need to be clear about your expectations. You need to be clear about what is it that you want? What is it that you need? What is it that you require to make yourself happy? So if someone will come to you, say a lover, and bring you a bunch of flour, or whatever, but that's not what you ask for. I mean, you're writing here, money does not make me any more happy, just positive energy. You can have the money and have the money, but where's the joy? Usually a lot of money comes with paranoia. You know? Usually money, I was actually taken for granted, and I gave all my emergency and it was gone, and the person has claiming that they're still there to return it, but they're not. I'm very cautious with my words, as you can see. Just because it becomes very stupid and nasty, that something that you do for someone for the goodness of your heart is coming back as a not grateful. So what does it teaches me? It has to be balanced. It has to be real. It has to be, you have to be willing to lose in order to gain your freedom, to gain your comfort, to gain your peace. And if people in your life are acting in a very horrible way, see ya, ciao, bye, hasta la vista. Because what do you need? You need respect, you need value, you need support for yourself. And only then you will manifest the other people. Because, Michelle, you worked somewhere for 20 years in a toxic environment, then you were managing to do it. How come? It's like being with someone who is a smoker and you don't smoke. I don't judge anyone, I swear. But if you're not a smoker, you became a passive smoker. So unless that smoker goes outside and smoke outside, or you don't want to kiss them with a ashtray mouth, right? You want to be able to do it in a very simple, smart way. You want to know what you deserve. I know I need clean water. I need clean environment. I will make sure that my house is clean for me, not for anyone else. Okay? You were there for loyalty, but loyalty doesn't mean stupidity, my love. What does it mean, loyalty? I know it because I'm the ear of the dog. We are loyal, right? What is loyalty? Loyalty doesn't mean that you need to be bashed. Loyalty doesn't mean that you need to be abused verbally, mentally, emotionally. Loyalty doesn't mean that you need to be abused financially. I had a client this week. They've been together, married for 20-something years, 20-something, let's just say. She encouraged him to open the business, and then he decided that he's going to be the king, right? And he slowly kicked her out of the business. WTF, wake up. She's still entitled for half. And it can be she and he and she, it doesn't matter, right? There is no gender here. But if you're doing something together, then you're together all the way together. If the together is not together anymore, break it, but be a mensch for that. If something that you're doing is not right, own it. Own it. Own it. I can tell you now, from the beginning of the year, and today is the 12th, I believe. Yes, oh, my cat just entered back. From the 12th of the 12 days, I've been A, keeping clean diet, B, making sure I'm upping my water, C, doing a form of exercise. Again, I'm grateful for my friend Dora, who has been at me, good morning, what are you going to do today? And I'm like, fuck, I'll hold myself accountable, do it. Does that make sense? And once that I hold myself accountable, boom. And I've asked, please be my buddy. Please be, every time I mention, she just joined it, right? Because she just finished her exercise. So you need to be accountable for yourself. And today I didn't leave the house until 4 o'clock, 4:30 even. And then I went, picked up my new glasses, and then I did a walk. Okay? It doesn't matter what it is as long as you move yourself, as long as you're loyal to yourself. Do I want to have superficial friends in my life? No. Do I want to have pain in my life? No. Do you? Do you want to have inauthentic people in your life? No. So what do you need to be grateful for? Where are you being not valuing yourself, not supporting yourself? Where are you staying in an abusive relationship? And as I said, it doesn't matter what is the subject. Does that make sense? Emily, it's not nice to rub in the Brunswick River or Christmas beach there. Not nice. It literally came from my story from a few years ago, that river of yours. So, tell me, how are you going to... So let's just take 3 subjects, okay? Let's just take relationships, friendships, and work. Okay? Let's just take that. Are you fully authentic to yourself in these 3 subjects? That's what I want you to reflect. How you done? Tasabich. Tell me, lovers, friendships, and work. Are you fully authentic to yourself? Are you fully grateful for yourself? Are you needing to release someone, something, modify? Just not even to release, observe and see. Are you being fully authentic and fully balanced? You know, are you willing to admit to yourself what you need? There are people, right? There are people who potentially want to be with a certain person, but they really crave the other person. It can be the same with gender. They can just crave a different gender, but they don't know it, or they're not willing to admit it because their environment might not accept it. Well, what are you going to do about it? Either you're owning it, either you're hiding, but don't whinge or moan. Don't complain. You have the ultimate responsibility to hold you as number one. And if you're not number one and you're putting someone else as your number one, then there will be consequences. If you have made a mistake and you are now going to claim what is right for you, then there will be consequences to you and to the other person. You might have to have a chat with them. You might have to sit there and say, hey, I thought I was happy, but I'm not. Hey, I know why I'm not happy. Do you think you can do that for me? And if that person will say, no, I'm still going to keep smoking in the house, metaphorically, then you have a choice. Do you want to live there or not? Do you want to be there or not? Because you have now become a passive smoker. So are you loving them enough to have a lung cancer? Again, metaphorically and big. Right? So this is where you have to be authentic to who you are and say, I'm willing to do it or not. There is this song of Rihanna and Kanye and Paul McCartney, and there's a part there when Kanye says, if I'll be in jail, will you take me? And I remember it was like 10 years ago, and God forbid, but my daughter and I, we always used to laugh about it. And she said to me, Mom, if I'll be in jail, will you come and take me? And I was like, firstly, I will come because I got your back no matter what. But then there will be consequences. And not that she needs to go to jail for anything. It was a metaphorical, she was 8. Let's just be clear, right? So it's like, when you see homeless people in the street, when you see druggy people in the street, will you give them money even if you know that they're going to spend it on drugs? Or will you give them a sandwich? Will you give them food? What will you do? Here's a question for you, for your morals. He's not interested in the food and they want the money. Well, what are you willing to do? What do you need? Does that make sense? Now, I don't care what the other side wants if you are not ready to commit or if it crosses your own boundaries. I hear as well, let's say with lovers, for example, there are some certain sexual positions that people are not comfortable of doing. But the other one is saying, come on, let me. How many times have you had sex in a way that you were unhappy with? How many times you said, oh, just to make them happy? How many times you were not satisfied, but just pleased them, but then they didn't bother to please you back? You're saying once, twice, but then it becomes a habit. So are you willing? And I hear it for so many women, and this time I can just say about the women. I actually heard it on one man as well. I'll take it back. But they're having the sexual act, but they're not really happy. They don't climax. They don't know what it is. They're just doing it to please, or doing it to finish the time, or doing it in order just to keep things going. That is not the right relationships. What will make you happy? And this is where the gratitude needs to start. From your heart, from your soul, from your energy. And this is why it is your challenge, your destination is to keep yourself happy, is to keep yourself in the flow. And this is what we want for you. Okay? So what are you grateful for? Yesterday I spent time with beautiful friends that I haven't seen for like 2 or 3 years. COVID. Frustrating. And they live very close to my clinic, and it was, I don't know if Nicole, you're still here, and I was so grateful. I crossed the road, and I came, and I felt straight away at home, and it was so nice. Well, I felt at home because half of the things are really the same. We apparently have exactly the same taste, and we picked the same items. Amazing. But this is like true friendship. Friendship does not have to be on a daily basis. You can pick up where you left, but you know that the person that you are dealing with is authentic, is real, and it's clean heart. That's all you need. So you need to know that work has clean heart. You need to know that your friends have clean heart. You need to know that your lovers have clean heart. And sometimes because of that clean heart, you will stay longer. Okay? That's the first basis. But do they satisfy you? Do you satisfy them? Are you interested to satisfy them? Are they interested to satisfy you? Nobody is saying that it has to be identical. But if you'll walk a step, will they walk a step for you? Can you agree or to disagree on certain things? Does that make sense? Think about it. Do you want to write something? You're welcome to write. Now, I want to talk to you about the excitation of the Uluru trip. I have 2 more spots left and we're doing it. So if you're still thinking, please go to my website at services, go to retreat. And actually the price has gone better because the company made a mistake of $500. And it is now, to a twin share, is $4,242, and for a own room it's $4,995, and it's inclusive of so many million things. I don't want to bore you. For those who has listened to it before, just go and look at it on my website or on one of my posts. It's going to be epic, but I need to know tomorrow or the day after to close the flights and to close the spots. You don't have to pay everything by tomorrow, of course, but just tell me a yay or a nay. If Uluru calls you, please let me know. As well, before that, in 2 weeks, I'll be teaching my course, the 28 Lessons in Self-Mastery. And actually next week, I will be recording here my online course. So even if you want to do it online, we will have the platform to do it for you. And again, it's about addictions, adrenals, boundaries, control, cutting cords, ascension, how to channel desire versus rejection, drama versus self-love, head, heart, gut, so many subjects. So yes. Do you have any questions, or are you ready for your card? Let me know. So let us first of all do this. So do you have any questions about the gratitude? Do you have any questions about, just check, examine the 3 subjects in your life, please. Your lovers, your friends, and your work. Lovers, friends, work. Are you happy? Are they happy? And sometimes I even say to some of my clients, if you do a boring job, but it pays you and you're happy because you're taking this money and then you go and you do something. You save it for a holiday, you save it for a trip, you save it for a outfit or whatever the things that you are craving, then it's fine. If the job is not abusive or toxic and you feel that you can still deal with that, it pays your rent or it pays your mortgage, it pays your food and your bills, you're not suffering, amazing. This will be the revive, survive, revive. And this is again where the cards have all these explanation about those levels. So you can be in survive, you can be in revive, you can be in thrive. But you can be as well in survive, revive, and you can be as well in revive, thrive, which is transitioning to where you want to be. Does that make sense? All right, so yes, soon I will, after Uluru, actually maybe even before Uluru, I might just escape and write, because there is a book here that needs to come out. Do you have a book inside that needs to come out? Okay, so Claire, you were the first. No, actually, Dora, you were the first one. So Facebook wins. So let us do what we need to do. Let's start. So Dora, a card for you and go to sleep. Who wants a card? Just write it down. Dora, brave and reconnect to life. Say with me, I am now willing, ready, and able to step out of my comfort zone and come to Uluru. It is safe for me to reconnect to life. Have some of those people. Start dating again, right? All right, so this is this. Claire, a card for you. Facebook, any of you wants a card? Claire, you are coming into the light, okay? You are coming into the light. I am now part of the universal light collective family. So does it really matter if someone is trying to step in? No, it doesn't. And that's the main thing. Okay, Natalie, a card for you. Natalie, the card is depriving and replenish. It's time to replenish. I am now willing, ready, and able to nurture myself and shine my light. I am now willing, ready, and able to nurture myself and shine my light. Amazing. Speak soon. Francis, a card for you. The card for you is joy. It's getting so much positive for you. I am now willing, ready, and able to have and be the joy in my life. And this is from my deck of cards from Survive to Thrive. If you haven't, please get it. Talk to me. It's only $40. Come and pick it up. I'll send it to you. It's awesome. It's really, really good. A card for me, she said. The card for me is courageous. I am now willing, ready, and able to be free of my fear. And remember, sometimes the fear is not from the failure. The fear can be of success. Okay? You are welcome. Anyone else here on Facebook? I'm moving into lovely Instagram. Okay, so you are a conductor of your happiness and made the different choice. Beautiful, MSK. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Who else is here? Kelly, are you still here? Nicole? I'm not sure. All right, so let's see who wanted a card. Joanna, Kate, the card for you is expression. The card for you is expression. My expression is now full of positive energy that fills me up with joy and positivity. Okay, that is beautiful. MSK. The card for you is lightening up. Lightening up. I am now willing, ready, and able to be in joy. I am now willing, ready, and able to be in joy. All right. Tash, the card for you is opening up. You are opening up. I am now willing, ready, and able to create new pathways that fulfill me. I am now willing, ready, and able to create new pathways that fulfill me. And the remedy for today is I am in trust exactly for the same reason. Exactly for that. So we will take some I am in trust, because you need to trust that this is what's happening. I was channeling. I forgot even to share that with you. Carrie, the card for you is depressed and determined. I am now willing, ready, and able to do my absolute best at any given moment. I'm now willing, ready, and able to do my absolute best at any given moment, which is all you can do. Tash, did I give you a card? I think I just did, didn't I? Yes. Yes, it was lightening up, wasn't it? Amanda, a card for you. The card for you, perhaps you're feeling a little bit hopeless at the moment. Amanda, I now choose to trust. You see, you need the drops. Pop in and I'll get you some. I now choose to trust. Even if I can't see it, there is hope. I am hopeful. How many times did you feel so dragged under whatever it was and you just don't have the energy? Well, trust, because the next card, Amanda, is shine optimistic. I am optimistic and now willing, ready, and able to glow and shine my light into the world. How awesome is that? Amanda, I'm going to send you a message after. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Who else would like a card? Anyone else for the card? This is how we do it. 𝗍𝗹. Your card is overwhelmed and expressive. Overwhelmed and expressive. I am now willing, ready, and able to listen and to be heard. I am now willing, ready, and able to listen and to be heard. Okay? Amin, Khubi, Juni. The card for you is security. Don't you work for a security company? Security. I am now secure on all levels and dimensions. I am now secure on all levels and dimensions. And that is oh so awesome. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? All I want to say is that I love you all, and you are all so loved and cherished. I'm trying to see if there is a card for everyone. Oh, why are they like this? Have you seen? Non-obliging cards. What is that? All right, a card for everyone. Ready? Wow. Enlightenment. The card is enlightenment, which is awesome. I am in the light. I am the light. I now share the light. How is that? Awesome or awesome? Okay, so this is where you guys are looking at that. I am in the light. I am the light. I now share the light. And this is going to be the difference for you. Okay? I love you all. I truly do. So, this is what we need to do. So, I love you all. This is it. This is the message for the week. Your homework is to A, check out the gratitude in relation to friends, lovers. It could be in the past, even if you're not in a relationship. I need you to check it so that when you'll manifest the next one, if at all, it will be a good one. So where did you compromise yourself? Where did you agree? In the name of love, in the name of loyalty, in the name of BS, in the name of the family. Nope. You need to be aware. You can choose strategically afterwards to stay or not, but it has to be strategically and not submissively, if that makes sense, right? All right. So again, I'm wishing you all the best from Survive to Thrive, and I am in trust. From Survive to Thrive, I am in trust. That will make a whole difference. I want to tell you all, wish you a good night and good sleep. Uluru, look at my website, 28 Lessons in Self-Mastery, look at my website. Lots of love. Be well. Bye-bye.